Hi, I'm Rhonda Masad, and the real estate portion of our blog has been dedicated this month to Candis Noble. She is an Engel and Volkers real estate broker. In your latest article on the West Island blog, you explained how at the start of the year, it was a very strong seller's market. Now, you're a designer and a real estate broker with unparalleled, an unbeatable combination for West Islanders. So I've known you a very long time. Let's out ourselves right there. And it's got to be 20 or 30 years, Candice.
Oh, at least.
It is. So your journey through real estate came from a place of design.
Absolutely.
And it's a natural thing. I mean, you can walk into a house and tweak, and then it's beautiful and ready to sell, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So let's get right down to the crux of it. I want to know, when COVID hit, it caused a halt for all of us. And I know everybody was panicking about the real estate and how that was going to impact. And I know you and I had several discussions during isolation going, okay, what is going to happen on the other side of this? It was a beautiful seller's market before, and everything was doing well. Real estate was on a roll, and COVID hit. Yeah. So what happened next?
Well, I think we were all taken by surprise, obviously. And, we just didn't know. We kept following the news. And then when we got the notice that we were going to open up in May, even then it was with fear and trepidation. We had our masks, we had our sanitizers and gloves and all of these things, and wondered if there would ever be an open house again. Would we, how would we show properties? We started out, with video conferencing, thank goodness for Zoom, right? And, but you know what? We all started to adapt, and it was very interesting. In May, when it seemed like people weren't sure whether, I don't know, should I still have my house on the market? Is my house going to be worth what it was before? Suddenly, the buyers that were there before COVID hit, they were starting to go, you know what, this is the opportunity. We can avoid a few of the bidding wars and the stresses that we had before, and get out there and try to get a property maybe at a better deal. So May was kind of funny. It was a state of flux. Prices kind of moved around, and some very savvy buyers got out there right and early and got the good deals without the stress of the bidding wars, which were before and are certainly happening now, right?
We're back to, how do you attribute that? Like I think it was just maybe the anxiety of coming out of COVID, and then all of a sudden we're back where we were. Because I know, homes, I'm hearing it from you and from others that there's still bidding wars.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. We all have buyers. We have buyers, and doesn't matter what price range, low end, medium, high end, we have buyers. We just don't have the homes. And it's beautiful to be a seller in this market. It absolutely is. But representing a buyer, you got to be right on top of your game. You've got to know what's out there. You've got to know what the properties are worth, and you have to be in a good position to be able to play the game. You're not going to be going looking.
When you say that, Candice, when you have to be in a good position to play the game, that means get your mortgage approval. That means be ready to make that offer in a moment's notice. This whole journey of I'm going to sleep on it is not a thing.
No. It doesn't happen. And you get your heart broken once, twice, and then you realize how it works, right? No, you have to have your mortgage pre-approval. You have to at least have your home on the market, but ideally you have to have sold your house first before you're going to be able to compete in some of these bidding wars that we're seeing. And you've got to be prepared, and you've got to know your numbers with your broker, and be prepared for the fight.
When you're gonna list a house and choose a price, how do you go about choosing a price in this strange world?
Well, we do comparables and so forth, but it's a challenge. It really is, because homes that last year didn't get would not have gotten nearly the numbers that they're getting now. We just we have to look at what's happening, and with the few comparables we have, because of the bidding wars and the scarcity of the homes, we have to look at the things that are in common, and the market will let you know. The market will let you know right away if you've got it right or wrong. If you're low, well, you've got the bidding war, and it's.
Can you price too high at this point?
Oh yes, you can. Absolutely. And you know what? But buyers are smart. Uh, we all have access to information these days, and people look around. People know, but when there's a scarcity of homes, people are ready. They want something, and right now we're in starting September, October, historically very good months. Kids are going back to school, and parents have time to look and shop and find a home. And when they find it, they pounce on it. And yeah, so you got to be quick. You got to keep your eye out.
One interesting question for me: are buyers looking for different things before COVID than they do now that they've been isolated? I know from my parents,
Yeah,
considering downsizing, they're not looking at an apartment the way they used to. They want to be on a lower level so that we can get to them if they get isolated.
exactly. Well, there's the big kind of exodus from the city, and in some cases from some types of condos and so forth. People are seeming to want larger spaces, larger yards, home offices, because maybe they're not going into the office anymore and they're doing more Zoom meetings and so forth. So home offices are important. Creature comforts. Uh, People are knowing. I think. Well, actually, I think we all started to appreciate our home life more during COVID. And I think as I said, these creature comforts now are more important than they were before to us. People are wanting gardens, they're wanting yards, they're wanting the backyard pool because they don't know if maybe something can happen again, and they would be homebound. And yeah, so yes, it seems that it is different right now.
Now, even talking to you through COVID, because of
Yeah.
COVID, we expected to have a terrible year in real estate, and that does not seem to be the case. How do you project the next few months and even the next year? What do you think is going to happen?
Well, we're on track, and September and October, as I said, are historically good months. Um, I I don't myself see any signs of this market slowing down. I'm not an economist and so forth, but we're well on track for an excellent year, and many of the statistics seems to point to we're doing higher than we were last year. So as long as there are not enough homes and buyers out there, I mean, we can certainly anticipate things continuing.
That's
So
good
it's
news.
exciting. It's exciting. It really is. And yeah. Yeah.
That's very exciting news. I want to thank you for joining us today and giving us that little snippet into the world of real estate. And everybody can check out Candis's contributions on the West Island blog. She writes regular pieces for us, keeping us up to date on what's going on in real estate. Just search Candis Noble on the West Island blog. And if anybody wants to get in touch with you, Candis, how can they reach you?
Oh, well, they can phone me, of course, 514-795-2610, or text, or you can email me at candis.noble, Noble, at evrealestate.com. And it'd be my pleasure to be of assistance.
Thank you. Thanks so much for
Thank
today.
you. Absolutely. My pleasure, Rhonda.